And good afternoon from the Piccadilly line. Next stop is one of my favourite, not the most favourite, but one of my favourite tube stations as we do another episode in the Decade series. The 1930s is where we're up to, and the next stop is Arnos Grove.
Arnos Grove was opened in 1932 and was for a year the northern terminus of the extended Piccadilly line until it went up to Oakwood a year later in 1933. And that's why it has the slightly unusual arrangement of 3 tracks but with 4 platforms, because the one in the middle is used by trains that still terminate here, and you can usually get on or off on either side. Now, Arnos Grove is widely regarded as one of the finest works of architect Charles Holden, and yes, I'm lifting that sentence literally from the poster that's on the footbridge at the station here, which has more detail on the station's history. Holden designed several fantastic stations on the Underground, including my actual favourite, which is Sudbury Town, but I think that Arnos Grove would also be in my top 10. It became listed as a Grade 2 station in 1971, but was upgraded to a Grade 2 star station in 2011 to reflect its importance as one of the most significant examples of modern architecture in London. And I immediately headed outside for a view from the road bridge, and because I wanted to see the unique underground roundels that I know are in the walls here.
You can see off this end of the platform there's a little step up to the footbridge that takes you to from the depot. So if drivers are booking on, they book on at the depot here at Arnos Grove and then walk down and pick up their train here. Oh, and this makes me sad. This saddens me greatly. Either side of the entrance to the station, there's the wall and the brick wall, and at the end of the walls there pretty much used to be a roundel in there that said Arnos Grove, or maybe it's underground. They were definitely here last time I was here. If I can find an old photo, I'll splash them up, but they're now gone, just leaving behind this ghostly concrete roundel shaped thing. There's one over there as well. That's a shame. Why have they gone missing?
Now at Arnos Grove there's a lot of buses outside the front, so I waited ages to try and get that clean shot, the clean photo for the thumbnail. I had to sit around and literally wait for ages. Waiting for ages is something that the pigeons like to do on the roof here. There are oddly a lot of pigeons at Arnos Grove. But also, it has a side entrance, so if you want that clean, unobstructed shot, then come round to the side. And there's still a fantastic feature of the old station here in the form of some phone boxes.
So there's 6 of them, 6 old telephone kiosks. It's delightful. If you stand inside, you feel a bit like Clark Kent Superman. Didn't I make this gag already at Cockfosters when I did the Cockfosters video? Pretty sure there's some phone booths at Cockfosters as well. Anyway, there's over there, there's an old thing that says directory, so I'm pretty sure that when these phone booths were here in place, there was then like a paper, like a large book telephone directory. Nowadays, they've just used it, they're all closed off, well apart from this one, they've used it to store some old posters, sort of like some, it's almost like a little mini museum inside the old telephone booths here at Arnos Grove. On the footbridge, I'm fairly sure that, can you see that, is an old light box. So previously that would have said next train here, platform 1 or platform 2. That's not worked for many years, but that would have been a real treat to see back in its heyday.
And you'll probably have missed the fact that there's old light box signs on the platforms too. Very much no longer in use, but you can see that this one here has got the destination Oakwood built into it. The platforms are of fabulous Holden design, with loads of nice touches which I like. Roundels in the way out sign, roundels in the platform number, directional arrows with 4 fletchings on them, and even a staff letter mailbox, which of course is sealed up. And I'm instinctively drawn towards the middle platform, because you can of course walk through a train when it's got its doors open on both sides.
This train terminates here. All change.
I swear that never gets dull. Crossing platforms by walking through a train. That's still fun. So I can't say waiting rooms because there's no doors, but there are these waiting areas with benches on both platforms, sort of in the middle of the platform. And it's strange because you've got these amazing concrete roofs, but Arnos Grove Station is kind of dark in the middle and light at either end, which is weird because that's the inverse to the station layout, because Arnos Grove is in the light and the stations either side are in darkness. Here's what I mean.
Heading north on the Piccadilly, you come out of the tunnel after Bounds Green, and you'd be forgiven for thinking that you'll probably be in the open all the way to Cockfosters, but that's not the case, because after Arnos Grove, which is in the open, the next stop is Southgate, and for that, you go briefly back into a tunnel section again.
But if you're here trying to take photos, and your camera's on auto, it gets really confused because it goes, hang on, there's light over there, I'll expose for light. No, this is dark in here, I'll expose for dark. And it's quite hard to find a setting where it's either light or dark and not both. It's actually quite tricky to take photos, good photos, at Arnos Grove. Now, because of the middle platform, there is this fun game you can play here at Arnos Grove. There's a train waiting there on the middle platform that says it's going to Uxbridge, platform 3, but a southbound train has just come in on platform 4. So people are doing it right now. People are getting off the train, they've been waiting here, and they've realised that this one is coming in here, and that one's probably going to leave first. Oh, and hang on, no, is that one now going? The doors are now closing on that one, so everybody that just got off the one in the middle and transferred over should have stayed on that train. That is a real conundrum though. I've seen that I think at Leytonstone on the Central Line, basically, on White City as well on the Central Line. If there's a train that's terminated, ready to go back the other way, back into London in the middle platform, and one comes in on the outside platform, it's like a lottery, which one is going to go first. Sometimes it's pertinent to switch to the one that's just pulled in across to the one that's starting here, and sometimes it's pertinent to get off the one that you've been waiting on that starts here and cross over to the one that's first pulled in. The way to know, of course, on the Piccadilly line, where they still have aspects signals, is to look where's red and where's green. However, on lines that have been automated, I'm thinking like at Earl's Court on the District, that there's no more signals because the trains just drive themselves. So it's harder to know, but it's a fun game. It's a toying course. It's like an A, B, could be that one, could be this one.
So Arnos Grove Station is just lovely and a Charles Holden classic. If you've never been here before, then trust me, your inner tube nerd will absolutely love it, and I compel you to come and visit and just spend some time here. And then there's the ultimate treat, which bizarrely is one of those things that few people seem to know about as a secret of the Underground, which involves going for a walk. No, not up Palmer's Road, but if you really want to go and see where Ash House is, which is the depot, then you can do that. No, instead, go and wander up Brookdale to the west of the station, and you're heading north. You're heading north for Arnos Park, where there's this.
And I'm completely kicking myself because I forgot to bring my drone. I don't know why I didn't bring my drone. This is perfect drone fodder to get a shot of this viaduct. Everybody knows about the viaduct because I've covered it multiple times now at Mill Hill East. I believe there's a viaduct sort of around the Sudbury Harrow area, also on the Piccadilly line, just going under it now, which is why it's gone all dark. There we go, we'll pop out the other side in a minute. And now I'm wondering, how many viaducts are there on the London Underground? Leave me a comment, of course. But if you walk through, come into the park, apparently there's a lost river around here somewhere as well. Excellent viaduct on the Piccadilly line. The rattle of tube trains up ahead. Just come and stand in the park under the viaduct and listen to the Piccadilly line. That's awesome. Nice. Okay, not a lost river, just a river. It's because I knew the viaduct existed. I was texting one of my friends and he went, now go and find the river that runs under the viaduct under the Piccadilly line trains. He made it sound like a lost river. It's the Pimsbrook, and I'm just going to chill out here with the wild berries apparently and end the video here. If you've never been to Arnos Grove, come and see it. It's just a fantastic Charles Holden station. Make sure you come to Arnos Park as well and check out this gorgeous viaduct. I will end the video here, but before I go, I want to say this was the 1930s in the decades. I'm acutely aware that after we do the 1940s, the 1950s is a barren period for the London Underground. I could do an overground station that was built in the 1950s that was on the Piccadilly line, but if you have any suggestions for what I should do in the decade series for the 1950s, please do let me know in the comments. That's it. That's the incredible, amazing, wonderful Arnos Grove. Thanks for watching. See you next time.